Hello, lambs. How are you today? Hey, have you been learning some things about the ocean? Maybe so. That's what we're studying this week. Oceans is very big, isn't it? Very, very big. And there's different parts of it that are called different, have different names, but we're just going to learn a little bit about the Atlantic and the Pacific. They're very big, and they're on each side of our United States, which is where we live, and we've talked about that before. But the one thing I'm going to tell you about oceans is that it is a big body of water, and it's salty water, okay? It's very salty. Other bodies of water, like a lake or even the Truckee River that we live by, they're not salty, but oceans are salty, okay? And they also are a great habitat for many animals and plants. And you know we've learned about a habitat. Habitat is, can you remember? Maybe you can tell somebody there at home what a habitat is. Think about it. That's right. It's a home. It's a home where different animals and plants can live. And the ocean is a big habitat for many plants and animals. And there's also different kinds of animals and plants. And different kinds are called a species, a special kind, like different species of fish, different kinds of fish, like a shark or a whale or other ones that aren't coming to me, porpoises, turtles, all those kinds of things are different species of animals that live in the ocean. And there are plants that do too. And the ocean is on our earth, and we've talked about the earth being the planet Earth, where we live, and many, many other people live as well. I'm going to show you a picture here. This is a picture of a globe, and you know about that. We've studied that in class, okay? This is a picture of a globe, and it has all the countries on it. Look here. Whenever you see these colors, all these different colors all here, these are all different parts on our globe. And the earth, or the globe, spins on its axis. Remember? It spins like this, and it goes round and round. There we go. It spins all the time. It spins. It spins and spins. Okay, and we've talked about that, haven't we? Okay, well, on this globe, I'm going to show you something really cool, which again, we've talked about in class. It's hard for Miss Celeste to see where we are. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to talk about, there it is, North America, right here. This is the United States of America, where we live. Remember, all of these are the different states in the United States of America. And the globe, or the earth, has a North Pole up at top and a South Pole at the bottom. And then it has directions, doesn't it? North, south, east, and west. So the north is on top, the south is on bottom, okay? The east is this way, and the west, and the west is this way. It's hard looking into the iPad because everything goes backwards. Anyway, so here is our United States, and we live, as we've talked about before, right here in Nevada. That blue spot right there is where we live. And look what's kind of close to us. What is this? Blue. It's the ocean. Yes, right here's California, but if we are in Nevada and we drive through California, we can get to the Pacific Ocean. And I'm sure some of you have been there before. Maybe you've even gone like to the Monterey Aquarium. That's a fun place to go. Or San Francisco Bay Area, and you can see the ocean there off the San Francisco Bridge. Anyway, I'm sure you've seen the ocean at some point. But all of this is ocean. So that's what I wanted to show you. All the blue is ocean. So I'm just going to turn it and let you see. The different colors are the land, but all this blue, look how much blue is the ocean. That's a lot of ocean. Now that looks like a lot of land, doesn't it? And it is, but not near the amount of ocean. I'm going to come back here and twirl this and have you watch the ocean. See how much blue there is. Oh my goodness. Look at that. So much blue. That's our ocean. Isn't that cool? That's our ocean. And that's what we're learning about. And we're learning about all different kinds of animals and sea life. Another name for the ocean is the sea, we call it. So there were a couple of books I wanted to show you and read a little bit about some animals we can find in the ocean. This is called Under the Sea. Okay, the first one we are going to read about is called the ocean, living under the water, right? And let me move my globe out of the way. Sorry about this. All right, here we go. We're going to read. All right. Living under the water. Amazing creatures live under the sea. Some seas are warm and some are cold. They can be deep, but some are very shallow. And shallow means they're not as deep. These bright fish live in the shallow seas, in the seas that aren't so deep. Look at those beautiful fish. I'm going to hold them up close just so you can enjoy them for a minute. Big ones and tiny ones. What a beautiful area they live in. All right. And next, dolphins. I'm sure some of you know about dolphins. Dolphins live in warm and cold seas. They have smooth bodies which help them to swim very fast. Dolphins breathe through a hole on the top of their head. It is called a blowhole. A dolphin swims to the surface and it breathes out air out of its blowhole. See the air going up there? And the water, it just sprays up. See it spraying up like that? And then the dolphin takes a breath and dives under the water again. So when he comes up, he blows the air out and then he takes that breath and comes back down. If a dolphin is sick, other dolphins take care of it. Dolphins are very sweet and very kind and very loving. A mother dolphin is here with two babies. So here's the mother, and then here's one baby, and the other one's kind of in the shadows. She has two babies. And a mother dolphin shows her babies how to breathe, and she teaches them how to look for food. So she is a good kind of mother. Ooh, I know you're going to like this page. This is about sharks. Sharks have many rows of sharp teeth, and they usually eat fish, squid, or seals. This is a great white shark, and it is the most dangerous kind of shark. This is a whale shark. A whale shark is the largest fish in the sea. And the fastest kind of shark is the mako shark, right here. And some whale sharks are longer than a bus. What? Longer than a bus? So you think about a school bus that you might see driving down the street. Well, a whale can be longer than that. Whoa, that's a big whale. And this is called the hammerhead shark. It has an eye at each end of its wide head. Here's the head, and you can see the little eye there, and the other one's over there. We can barely see it. It's called a hammerhead shark. So I'm going to let you see this big shark here, a great white shark, and he has great white teeth, and many of them, doesn't he? And he likes to eat what? Do you remember what I said he likes to eat? He likes to eat fish and squid and even seals. And then this side shows us here. What are we looking at here? Here's the whale shark. He's pretty big, huh? The largest, it says. He's the largest fish in the whole sea. He's the big, big guy. And this is the fastest kind of shark, the mako shark. And then the hammerhead. And remember, a whale is as big or bigger than a bus. Wow, that is big. Oh, you know what else the ocean has? Jellyfish. Jellyfish can be beautiful. Okay, here we go. Jellyfish have no bones and they don't have any brains. They look like blobs floating in the sea. Some have tentacles that can sting. These are like the tentacles that can sting. A fish swims inside the tentacles, and the tentacles sting the fish many times. And then the arms push the fish into its mouth. Wow, isn't that amazing? These are called upside-down jellyfish because they don't have long tentacles. They're a different kind. They're a different species of jellyfish. Some jellyfish have tentacles as long as a soccer field. A soccer field or a football field. Have you ever gone to a soccer game or a football game? Well, jellyfish, some of them, can have tentacles as long as a football field or a soccer field. Can you imagine? That's way, way big, way, way long. Jellyfish are cool, aren't they? Oh, I thought you'd like to see about octopuses. Some sea creatures, such as eels, like to eat octopuses. When an octopus is scared, it hides in a cloud of ink. Here's the eel. He's wanting to eat this octopus. The eel is waiting to attack the octopus, and the octopus sprays a cloud of ink at the eel. Look, and the octopus I read that, I'm sorry. And the octopus moves away very fast. Wow, isn't that cool? That's a way he protects himself. God has given him that way to be protected. So the eel wants to come and attack the octopus, right? But the octopus sees him coming and defends himself, and he sprays this cloud of ink at the eel. And then he moves away quickly because the eel is stuck here in the cloud of ink and cannot see well anymore. And the octopus can get away. Now, isn't that cool? An octopus has 8 strong arms. Oh my gosh. Look at all of these arms of the octopus. Can you see them? It has lots of suckers on its arms. All these little white things you see are the suckers. And here's some brown ones up here. Those are the suckers. And an octopus uses its suckers to grab food to eat. So isn't that another nice way that God made the octopus? A way to protect himself and a way to get food. Pretty cool. So these are his tentacles, remember. Oh, and some of my favorites. See what you think about sea turtles. Sea turtles live in warm seas. They lay their eggs on the land, and they have a soft body which is protected by a hard shell. This green sea turtle uses its flippers to swim through the water. Sea turtles weigh about the same as adults do. Sea turtles can weigh as much as your mom or your dad or maybe your aunt or uncle. Oh my goodness, they weigh as much as adults. Now listen to some cute facts about sea turtles. A sea turtle finds the beach where she was born to lay her own eggs. So she goes back to her beach where she was born and lays her eggs. She lays her eggs in a hole, and she covers the eggs with sand. And she goes back to the ocean. Baby turtles hatch out of the eggs. They find their way to the ocean. What? Wow, that's cool. They just go out on their own and find their way to the ocean. And the sea turtle is hatching from its egg. This is a picture of that. You can see it here. There's its head. He's coming out of the egg. Remember, we learned about eggs and different insects and animals that come from eggs. Well, here you go. The sea turtle does. Oh, and I knew you guys would like this page. Dragons and horses. Dragons and horses live under the sea, and they are seahorses and sea dragons. That is their name. This is a leafy sea dragon. Parts of its body are long and green. You might think that that's like a plant under the ocean that he's sitting on. See his head and then his body and his tail? Looks like he's sitting on a plant. No, that green is all part of his body. Isn't that cool? Sea dragons can hide easily because they look like the seaweed. That shows him there. This is all seaweed, these real tall pieces of plants. And he can hide there because we can't tell the difference between what's his body and the plants, can we? See these green things? Well, they're in here now. Pretty cool. Now, seahorses are a kind of fish, and they swim upright. That means like standing up. They don't lay flat like this, but they stand up. And they suck tiny animals through their mouth. Oh, so see, his mouth is like a sucker. Look at all these little tiny animals in the sea, and he's getting food to eat from them. He's sucking them. Isn't that a pretty seahorse? If a seahorse wants to stay in one place, because I guess if he just is swimming around, it's hard for him to hold still, to stand still in one spot. So if he wants to stay in one place, he curls his tail around a sea plant. And there's his tail curled around the sea plant. You can see that. So there's one more good picture of the seahorse and of the sea dragon. We studied about animals that look like dragons, didn't we? Just recently we did. Dinosaurs. I don't know, that dragon kind of looks like one. I thought you guys would like that page. Okay, and then next, I think these are going to be some of your favorites too. Penguins. Penguins dive into the sea to catch their food. They eat fish, squid, and tiny sea animals. These are rockhopper penguins, and they dive from rocks or ice. So they're up high on the rocks or ice, and they dive down. Isn't that a cool picture? Woo! They like playing in the water. Penguins are birds, but they cannot fly. There are 17 different kinds or species of penguins. They leap out of the sea and they take a gulp of air and dive again. He leaps out. Well, he's diving in. Where is he here? He leaps out and then he dives down in again. Penguins swim very fast to catch their food. So there you go. They're the penguins. Neat thing to learn about penguins, huh? And then we have diving whales. Whales are the biggest animals in the sea. The sperm whales dive deep down to find food. They swim to the surface to breathe. So they go down way deep to find food. Then they have to come all the way back up to breathe. I guess they can hold their breath for a very long time. This is a sperm whale. It can hold its breath for over an hour when it dives. Wow. You should try to hold your breath and see how long you can hold it. Have mom or dad time you. It wouldn't be for very long. Not for very long at all. Have them help you with that though. Okay, as a whale dives, it throws its tail up, and this helps the whale dive deeper. Oh, see? He gets better air there to, like a stream, a smooth stream of water to help him go down in. Sperm whales eat squid, and some giant squid are as long as a whale. So here's a squid, but there are some that are as long as this guy here, this whale. Wow. Humpback whales swim near the surface of the water. They don't go too deep. They make noises that sound like songs, and nobody knows why. If you've not heard a humpback whale and the way it sounds, it's beautiful. Maybe you can have mom or dad Google the sounds whales make or humpback whales make and hear it on your computer. That would be cool. And then guess what? There's one other thing that doesn't live in the sea but can spend lots of time there, and it's called divers. Divers wear special clothes so they can swim under the water. A diver is a person like you and like me. This tank contains air and it helps the diver breathe under the water. Remember how the other fish, the whales and dolphins and all, can breathe? They take a breath and go and dive down and then they come back up and get air. Well, that kind of is how this tank works for the diver. It helps him be able to have air, but it's nice that he can carry it on his back. He doesn't have to keep going in and out of the water. These are the fins, kind of imitating a fish so he can swim like a fish. Okay? And then under the water, divers use their hands to tell other divers things. Oh, like this sign means okay, and this means stop or wait. And this one means I'm going up. This one here is I'm going up. So we have okay, stop, wait, I'm going up. Because they can't talk to each other because their mouths have this piece of equipment in that helps them breathe. Some divers explore the wrecks of ships. Ships end up in the bottom of the sea sometimes, and the divers like to go and explore and see what they can find, maybe a buried treasure. Ooh. They may see old things such as pots. Yeah, sometimes things have fallen out of the ship and the pots are at the bottom. Maybe they have the treasure in them. What do you think? And some divers look at the plants and fish which live in the sea. Wow. Would you like to be a diver and be able to go down into the ocean and see the beautiful animals? There he is. Look, he's got his goggles on and he's got his mouthpiece in and his tank's on his back helping him breathe. But he, because he has all those, can go down into the ocean and see these beautiful animals there. There are many shipwrecks under the sea which have never been found. Here's another ship laying there on the floor of the sea or on the floor of the ocean, never to be found. So that is some cool stuff about oceans. I thought you would like that. I really enjoyed that book. I hope you did too. And check out the other videos. There'll be others on there, and we'll be talking more about the ocean and other ocean animals. Okay? Okay, bye-bye for now.